Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. What's happening, guys? This one probably doesn't have a stack of info behind it, so if you want to find something else to do, that's fair enough, because I'm recording this one on Wednesday night, because right now Shorty's on the road to Adelaide when I drop this one, so I don't have any access to teams. I will be still uploading teams one and trades for my week on TikTok, because I can do that just, while sitting in the car, but the old laptop and microphone set up and upload on my Movie Maker makes it a little bit more difficult to do when you're all the way over in South Australia. I'm not bringing the laptop over. So we're just going to put this one out now. I just want to have a look at a few guys, and one of them's right on our screen here. Jordan Dawson's really pissing a few people off, but I want to have a look at a few guys that we probably should be looking to bring into our sides in the next few weeks. A few guys that are dropping that I think are a really nice price, and hopefully you jumped onto my live on Wednesday night and we could answer a few questions as well. But first things first, let's have a look at, say, the Supercoach break evens. And a few guys to bring in, because you've got the likes of Darcy, Draper, Brown as well. Is sort of on the cusp of starting to move in price. So a couple of 60s, yeah, not too bad. And I think while these guys aren't exactly gonna set the world on fire, you wouldn't have thought. They're not like the most, I don't know, the biggest cash cow guys. I wouldn't have thought. I don't see them breaking any records on the scoring front. We've lost Caulfield, we've lost Zach Reed, we've lost Josh Gibb. So if any of those guys are still sitting around on your bench, they're the ones to make the move on. Darcy, I said wait a week, and look, I think we'd probably bring him in anyway. I mean, it's a tough one. I want to see what these teams do. I really wish I could be looking at the teams and let you know, but Rory Lobb tore it apart in the VFL, dominated. You just feel like he's going to get an opportunity at some stage. I think Darcy will get opportunity, but I just wonder, all it'll take is for the Dogs to maybe, lose a match or two, Darcy to be a little quieter. I just think that Lobb definitely comes into that team at some stage over the next 4 or 5 weeks. I don't really feel like Darcy's going to be a mainstay, but then the flip side could happen. If he plays more like his first up performance, then hey, Rory Lobb's going to be playing plenty of footy and making TikToks about it in the twos. But I think worthwhile bringing in, even if it's for someone like Wilson. You can make a little bit of cash. It's not much, but you can pocket a little bit. So there are probably a few guys. I just want to see what the teams are doing, because I think with all the trades we've got, we may as well be proactive. Bring in, a Brown or a Draper or someone, because who knows? They might make us 80k. They might surprise us and make us 200k. I've seen rookies that I thought had no scoring ability, like any potential to score well, and they somehow find a way to hit the occasional 80 or 90, and they end up hitting 300k. So they're hard to predict, but it's not exactly a who's who of rookies coming into our sides this week. But let's roll that rookie ramp out and see what we can find. Now, otherwise, it's so hard for me to really talk without seeing the teams, but prices are changing now. So last week was all about finding those things that you missed. Bring in a player that you might have not been convinced on, but have played well, or bring in a rookie in just before they go up in price. So I think now, as the prices begin to change and we start to get all that movement going on, it's good to target a few players that we can bring in on the drop. The old fallen premium. Let these cash cows just beef up, and then the fallen premium can come in. Now, a few names I want to talk about. Jordan Dawson is one. Now, he's struggling. Don't get me wrong, he's struggling. Rated the worst kick in the competition. How crazy is that? I think he's one of the best when he's kicking well and confidently, but he's off. He's off. But he'll be okay. He will be okay. He will definitely average more than 105 this year. I'm backing that in. And I reckon we can bring him in over the next 2-3 weeks at a ridiculously good price for him. So he's one on my radar. Jack Sinclair, another one on the radar. He's pretty high in the break-evens here somewhere. Yeah, huge break-even. And we expected a bit of a sluggish start. He's had those concerns through the pre-season, and he's just working his way in. But I reckon he's definitely a great option to bring in, probably around that 520, 530. I mean, that's ridiculous for a guy of Sinclair's capability. Has Wanganeen Miller affected his role and a bit of the point scoring, maybe we can watch this space. But at the moment, he's worth being on the radar. Clayton Oliver, yeah, he didn't have much of a preseason either. He had some other things he was doing, but he's working into games pretty nicely. But he's clearly not at his best. He's still finding the footy because he's such a magnet, but I don't think his impact is there, and that's probably been reflective in his scores. And you do see him still with a pretty high break even of 164, and he's already dropped quite a bit, below 600 already. So I think if he's down at 550, he's definitely a guy that's still come around 6, 7, 8. I reckon that's when he's going to hit his straps. So he's certainly someone. Luke Davies-Uniacke is another. Whenever they chuck in that stinker of a week, like he did last week, it's a good chance for those that don't have him to be like, let's get a couple of price drops out of you, mate, and hopefully we can get you for, I don't know, 550. I think that's a chance. That's pretty good for Davies-Uniacke. And then the other one is his break-even's not huge at the moment because he's only got that one price drop from the poor score. But where is he? It is James Sicily, who I think is 124. Yeah, Sicily. Now, I had a good look at him on Easter Monday because I was at the game. It was strange, copping the lightning. It was pretty bloody weird, but there's something a bit different about his game this year, and he is certainly having to play a bit more accountable. He's not rolling around doing whatever he wants, but I still think he's going to be a premium. So he started slowly, and that first game, he got tagged by Guelphy. The other two, 123 and 89, I think if this was not the start of the season, we wouldn't be as worried. If this happened like first 7 rounds, he's averaged 110, then he gets a 3-week patch like this, I think we're frustrated, but I don't think we're questioning his overall. We should have not started with him. I hope we didn't start with him because that was very clear that he could start slowly with all the injuries to Hawthorn. So it was worth having a look. But I still feel like he gets involved. It wasn't like he was playing on Hawkins or Cameron. He was on Ollie Henry. So it's not as if he was someone who just had to play lockdown. And he did have, he had a lot of intercepts. I actually thought he marked the footy really well. 11 intercept possessions. So he's far from his best. He even got caught holding the ball, did some strange things with the footy, but I thought he was relatively quiet and still scored 89 on a day that was pretty wet for a lot of it as well. So I want to bring him in at some stage too, and we could be able to do that for around your 550 to 580, just depending how he goes. He could respond this week, and this price may be his lowest for the year. I'm not sure, but that's about all I wanted to talk about today because I'm a little bit hamstrung in terms of what we can do. But yeah, I'm off to Gather Round. By the time this drops, we'll be driving over there. So if you're going over there, have a good time. Enjoy it. I might even see you around there. So if you do see Shorty rolling around, feel free to say g'day. That's always nice to have a chat, talk a bit of footy and SuperCoach. But yeah, I think that's about all. Oh, one thing. So I love a little side bit, non-SuperCoach related, just quickly, right? So Easter long weekend, ate plenty of chocolate. It was great, fantastic. 4 days off, how good now on the holidays, awesome. Saturday, I always go for brekkie with a couple of mates, and we roll in for breakfast. Public holiday surcharge. Now, I'm all for a surcharge on a public holiday. So roll that on Friday. Roll that on Monday. Mate, this is just a fucking Saturday. And I'm thinking, what would you think a surcharge percent is? I mean, I'm normally feeling like it's 5 or 10, 20%. 20% surcharge on my waffles. Come on, man. On a fucking Saturday. It wasn't even a public holiday, bro. Oh, I mean, I go there every week. They're good waffles, good caramel latte, but just if I'm missing something, let me know. I don't own a business. I don't know how you pay your staff, but I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Anyway, have a great weekend in footy. Enjoy Gather Round if you're going along. I certainly will. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.